Would you be better off with an ice bath or a slap in the face? That's the conversation we're having today. We're talking about ice baths, and I'm going to propose a more convenient alternative to get the same benefits. Welcome to the Strong for Life podcast. If you're catching this live, good to see you again. You can catch this podcast live on YouTube every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. or through the Become Strong for Life Facebook group. And if you're tuning in for the first time, the Strong for Life podcast is the podcast for busy parents and professionals. My goal here is to take as much information as I can. We usually stick to one topic per episode and condense that down to 20 minutes or less. The idea is that parents and hardworking people are busy and they don't have time for a 3-hour podcast to get the information they need. So we keep it short, we keep it simple. And let's look at, 10 a.m. Tuesday morning down here in Hobart, Tasmania. I'm Coach Josh. I don't have a lot of announcements. It's just sort of the same stuff I've been working on for the last few weeks. There are new things coming on board. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. If you're not on the newsletter or the mailing list, please check that out. Head over to my website, strongforlife.online, or grab yourself one of my great free resources from the website or via Instagram at Coach Josh Wood. Grab yourself the best protein pancakes recipe that doesn't use protein powder. Get yourself the Eat Like an Adult guide. And if you're new to this fitness journey, grab the Beginner Gym Guide, also available on the website. All that's free. I like making free stuff. I like creating resources. So grab those, use those, let me know what you think. Now, let's talk about ice baths. I don't know why there's a new resurgence in everybody joining the ice bath train, but it's all over social media again. Everyone's ice bath, cold plunge, cold showers, all that. So what I want to do is look at, first of all, what are the supposed benefits? So the main benefits that I see people touting for ice baths, and there's probably some other ones, but let's focus on the main ones here. The big one is an improvement in mood, alertness, decreased inflammation, decreased pain. Big one is resilience. Makes you tougher. Now let's break a few of these down. So let's first of all look at where an ice bath is going to be obviously detrimental to you, because not everything is without risks. One of the things that made ice baths and cold plunges very popular was the usage after training. Now, if you are trying to gain muscle or create any adaptation in your body, and if you're wondering how the body adapts to exercise, catch last week's episode, which is all about why burpees suck. But when we train, when we play our sports, when we do exercise, we are trying to elicit an adaptation in the body. Our body needs to adapt to the things we do so we get better at those things. Now, one of the main triggers for adaptation to exercise, especially if you're trying to gain muscle, is inflammation. We are creating an inflammatory state in the body, and your body uses that as a signal to adapt. And the worst thing you can do is kill all that inflammation immediately after exercise. If you are cold plunging or taking a cold ice dunk of some sort after the gym, you are negating most of the work you just did. You are ruining your ability to build muscle, and this is very well established in the literature. You know what else ruins your muscle gaining benefits? Anti-inflammatories. Ibuprofen. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatories that you take because you're sore and beat up from your training is ruining your body's ability to adapt to that training and get better at doing that training. And if you're trying to build muscle, you're ruining your ability to build muscle by taking anti-inflammatories or reducing inflammation by taking an ice bath. So let's just get that out there. Do not take an ice bath immediately after training. At least give yourself some time. Okay, so if we're not talking about how you want to ruin your gains, let's talk about the other supposed benefits of ice baths. So the big ones being an increase in mood, increase of alertness, and of course, resilience, becoming tougher and better able to manage stress. Now, if we're looking at ice baths and their effects on long-term mood and things like depression, they have less of an effect on that than exercise. So if you're using an ice bath to try and get out of having to do exercise, which has a lot of benefits, particularly for depression and anxiety, again, you're shortchanging yourself. An ice bath cannot do anything that exercise can't in terms of improving your mood, especially in acute bouts of exercise. If you go out and just get your sweat on, you are going to have an improved, increased mood, and you're going to have a lot of greater benefits from that than you are from sitting in a bucket of ice. So if you take out those two things, the effects on mood, now we might leave that one in, but we take out the inflammation thing because that's ultimately ruining our gains. It's a little bit different if you're using it for like chronic inflammation. That's a different story. But if we're looking at, let's say, your alertness and your ability to build resilience and your ability to immediately increase mood, and let's throw in increased local circulation. Circulation is a big part of why people like or say they like ice baths. As soon as you hit that cold water, your body has a flight or fight response, very much just an adrenaline dump, and your body takes a lot of blood away from the surface and holds it inside. And then when you get out and your body starts to warm up again, your skin starts to warm up again, that blood floods to the skin and you get red. And you have this local increased circulation from the area that was stimulated by the cold. The thing is, ice baths are inconvenient. Not everyone has the ability to fill their bathtub with a whole bunch of ice that they're going to sit in for minutes at most, wasting all the money you bought on ice, or money you spent on ice, filling up your bathtub and having to wait for it melt. Or if you have a dedicated cold plunge pool, that takes up space, that costs you money. I want to propose there is a greater option out there. There's an option that is more convenient. There is an option that is going to save you money, and it's going to give you greater benefits because you can apply it more often in more places, and it's portable. One of the big issues with ice baths is they're not convenient or portable. You can't set one up anywhere. I want to propose that an alternative to taking an ice bath that's going to give you all of the same benefits with greater convenience and less cost, that thing is going to be a slap in the face. Now, hear me out. If you're looking for an acute mood boost, anybody who is involved with combat sports knows how great they feel after a sparring session. That fight or flight response and the lingering adrenaline and endorphins that make you feel great and make you feel alive can be reproduced by being slapped in the face. Not only are you going to feel great after, you are going to be more alert and awake from a daily morning slap in the face. Now, not only is this going to be great for your relationships, because I'm sure you could get your partner on board, you're going to have that alertness, you're going to have that increase in mood, you're going to have improved relationships, you're going to see local increased circulation. You're going to see that handprint. There's going to be a big red spot because the local circulation will increase due to that stimulus. If the issue is you want more circulation to the skin across your body, get slapped in more places. But the biggest thing that people tout ice baths for improving is resilience, is toughness. You're doing a difficult thing. Getting slapped in the face is not an easy thing. And it's so easy to manage the intensity. It's very challenging to get your ice bath to the right temperature and maintain that. Maybe you need it a little bit warmer just because you're new. Maybe you need it a little bit colder because you're more experienced and able to deal with that stress better. But a slap to the face is so easy to manage in intensity. It could be a small slap. It could be a big slap. It could be multiple slaps. You could have someone slap you for seconds or for minutes, and it's portable. It doesn't take much to bring the slap in the face with you when you go off on a business trip. You don't have to worry about buying ice and filling up the hotel bathroom. You could do it to yourself. Just a quick slap in the face in the morning when you get up. maybe one at lunch to wake you up for the afternoon. It's easy, it's convenient, it's portable. And as you adapt to being slapped more or harder, you can always increase the intensity or change locations. Maybe you're so used to being slapped on your left cheek. Start getting slapped on the right cheek. Slapped on the back, across the arms. There's so many applications, and it's almost so convenient. There's no reason for you to avoid being slapped in the face on the daily. Not only are you building your local tissue resilience, you're building your mental resilience. You're building the strength of your mind to better be able to deal with stress and challenging things. And if you can be slapped in the face every day when you wake up, everything in life becomes easier. Now, you could get a lot of these same benefits just from exercising. You could just do regular exercise and challenge yourself there and get way more long-term, life-affirming, and beneficial results by just exercising. But if you like to feel cool and be part of a gang, ice baths are an option. But because of all those barriers to entry, the setup, the cost, getting the temperature right, I really think we should all consider the face slapping gang that we're going to start now. So if you're sitting there going, God, I need to do ice baths because I need to be tougher and I want to feel better and I need to be more alert and I need to just be better at managing daily stress, talk to someone near you. Talk to someone that you live with. Talk to your partner. Talk to a good friend. And just ask them to slap you in the face. And I think you'll find that that's going to accomplish all the same things and just be much more manageable with your busy schedule. And that's it. That's what we're talking about today. So I hope next time you see someone doing a cold plunge with a really nicely edited high definition video on Instagram, I hope you realize that you can be superior to them just by implementing the face slap protocol. All right, folks, until next week.